Okay, can you please present yourself?
Hi, I'm Marloe Elfrink. I'm from the Netherlands and I study in Madrid here some business subjects from 3 different minors like business administration and economics and like event protocol and communication.
Okay.
Oh wait, and I'm 20 years old.
And what do you normally study?
In the Netherlands I study law.
Okay. And why did you decide to come to Spain?
Because of the minor we have, and we could decide if we wanted to do the minor in the Netherlands or abroad, and I decided to do it abroad, and then I decided to do it in Madrid in Spain because I've been to holidays in Spain a lot and I really liked it. So I thought, I want to go to Spain again, at first because of the weather, because it's always good here. And I want to learn Spanish too, and I've never been to Madrid, so that's why I chose Madrid. And I thought because of the big city, then there's always something to do and I will not get bored.
And do you have any previous knowledge in Spanish?
Nope, we never had it in school. I didn't have the chance either in high school. Maybe now in university I have, but I don't really know. But nope, no knowledge.
Okay, and are you learning Spanish right now?
Yes, I'm learning Spanish, but the A1 level, so the basics, and it's not like a program from school, but an outside program, and it's twice a week for 1.5 hours.
But why didn't you go to the school class?
Because there were a lot of problems of it. I wanted to do it, but then they decided to put me in a B1 group, which makes no sense because I didn't have any knowledge at all, and it was not convenient with the times because I had classes at the times they gave it, so I couldn't really do it.
So you think that's something they should improve?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and is it generally hard for you to learn Spanish?
No, I think Spanish is really similar to English. A lot of words are similar, but the grammar is different, so that's something to think about, but in general I think it's easy.
Okay, and do you think the classes here are good? Are you happy with them?
Yeah, they're like with small groups with maybe 10 maximum people in there, but we're mostly with 6 and that's nice, and the teacher speaks like Spanish all the time, but if you don't understand what he's saying, you can just ask him in English and he will tell you. He even speaks German too, so if you don't know, he will sometimes just tell me in German too. And it's just really fun too. He makes jokes and really takes the time to explain you if you don't know it. So okay. I'm really happy with it.
Okay, sounds good. And how are the classes in university in general for you?
They're like a low level of education, I guess. Like my home level in the Netherlands is way higher, so I think it's easy for me, and that's maybe a bit dangerous because I may underestimate the exams, maybe. But yeah, it's good. They do it in English, so I understand it, but a lot of, maybe 2 professors that I have can't really speak English well, so that's maybe a problem too. But in general, I think it's fine because, the subject is easy. But we'll see how it is with English with the professors.
Okay. And has there ever been a situation where you were not able to express yourself and not get what you wanted, for example in school or also outside of school?
Yeah, maybe on the streets, people Spanish people ask me a lot of stuff on the streets, maybe directions or whatever. And that's when I can't really express myself, or in a restaurant when I only speak Spanish, it's harder too, but I think with the body language and hand gestures you can get really far, so it's not really been a problem for me, but I can work it and it helps to learn Spanish now, but I think I will get it.
And in general, do you feel socially excluded because of the language barrier?
Maybe in school because the classmates always speak Spanish in class, so that's when I don't really get along with them. But I think in general it's not really a problem for me because I don't feel the need to connect with the classmates because I never see them again anyway. So, but I think it would be nice if I know Spanish that I can, well, communicate with them well and on the streets well to really like get to know the culture and get to know the Spanish people. So it would be nice, but no, I don't feel excluded.
Okay, but do you think in general in university you have disadvantages because you don't speak Spanish?
Not really disadvantages, but well, because well, I just said that the classmates speak Spanish. That's really hard because when we do the group work, they just start speaking in Spanish with me. So that's kind of, well, that's a disadvantage. So yeah, that's the only thing that I have a disadvantage with, that they, well, just start speaking in Spanish and don't do it in English, like they just refuse it probably, but...
Okay, so that's one problem you have. What other hard situations or other problems do you have too?
With the Spanish?
Like in general, also outside of school?
Yeah, I think with the... like on the streets, when people just want to have a conversation with you or whatever, like that's when I can't follow them or like really speak with them, and that's, I think it's really sad because I really want to know what they have to say and communicate with them, and yeah, that's the problem.
And were there also any funny situations because you couldn't understand?
Well, one time I was in Zara and I had my bag with me, and there was one guy coming up to me and was like speaking in Spanish, like blah, blah, blah. And he just pointed at my bag and I was like, what? And then he just like did it again and spoke like maybe angry or shouting a bit, and I just didn't understand what he said. And I don't know what he meant, but I thought maybe he saw someone trying to steal it or something, but I have no idea. And then he just left and I was just wondering what he just said.
Okay. And would you still recommend to other people to come to Spain if they don't speak Spanish?
Yes, because, well, I did it and I really enjoyed it in Spain, even though it would be better if I spoke Spanish, but like you can always, if you want to learn Spanish, this is the place to do it because, well, you have to speak it here, well, at least once or twice, because a lot of people can't speak English, so you have to do it, and that's the time when you can really learn it. So yes, I really recommend it to people to come here, especially if they want to learn Spanish. And it's really nice here, the weather is nice, people are nice sometimes, so...
Okay, yeah, you just said that a lot of people don't speak English. Do you think Spain is running behind in their overall English knowledge?
Yes, a lot. I know that they all learn English in school, but then after it they don't do anything with it. I think they just stay in Spain, and then, well, they never speak English again, so that's when they like forget the English part, I think. And yes, I think they really should do they should do better at the English speaking part.
Okay, and what do you think the Spanish people in general could do in order to... Okay, what do you think Spanish people in general could do better in order for you to have less problems?
Well, of course, at first they should start speaking English first, or at least like, for example, in restaurants, like have menus in English, or at school just have an English website, or yeah, that's like basically the first things that they should do. And maybe if they only speak Spanish, I don't know, try to express yourself through the mobile phone, like the Google Translate thing or anything.
Okay, and what could the university itself do to make you adapt more easily?
I think at first, well, we had a introduction day, and it was kind of bad because they didn't really speak English well and they didn't explain anything. Well, maybe only where the office was, and that's it. Yeah, so they should at first explain everything well, like where you can go with problems, or like where at least when classes start, and because a lot of people didn't know, and like when you can know your timetables and like how exams are gonna be, and just like a lot of general things. And then at least make an English website. They have it, but there's a lot of Spanish talk on it too. So that's what they need to do.
Okay, and do you feel like in the Netherlands they're like more adapted to people from abroad and are able to speak English better? Do you think the situation is better?
Yes, well, I don't really know, but I know that we have a department too for the people abroad that come to our university, and I know that everyone speaks English really well, and that everyone is well available to like help people abroad. And I know that they have this welcome day too, and a lot of activities, because I see it a lot on Facebook. So I think the university here can really learn from our university.
Okay. And do you think like there's any big cultural differences that have been a problem for you, like comparing Spain to the Netherlands? As you mentioned, for example, Spanish people not really like having a plan and stuff like that.
Yes, that's really it. Like in Spanish here, everyone is just easy and laid back and not really like punctual. And in the Netherlands, in here, if you say I come at 4, they will just come at 5, and everything will be fine. But if you did it in the Netherlands, like for example for a job interview, you would just get like they won't even speak to you anymore. You're just out of the picture like right away. And really with them making plans too, they're just lazy at not really answering. If you ask them a question on WhatsApp or anything, they just take a lot. They just take a long time to answer, and it kind of really annoyed me at first, but now I'm used to it. But yeah, I think that's the biggest problem for me, because they're just too relaxed for me, and I really need to like organize everything and want everything planned too.
Mm-hmm. So you still think that like the Dutch system is better, or the Dutch way of doing things is better?
Yes.
Because a lot of people, when they come here afterwards, they're like relax themselves, but they're
true,
not like
yeah. I think I was afraid that I would be like that too. Maybe I am a little bit more relaxed, but if I come back, I think I will like adapt easily to our way too. Mm-hmm. And I really hope so, because I don't want to be a Spanish person. But yes, I really think the Dutch way is way better.
Okay, so you think you have changed in that way? Do you think you've also changed in other ways because of being here?
I think, of course, I became more independent, because this was for me also the first time of living alone and then immediately abroad. So I think I changed in that way too, like cooking for myself, doing the laundry and everything. So I think that's a good way, and also because I can now, I now really know how I am when I'm like alone, and if I miss home and everything. And yeah, I kind of know myself better now, I think. So that's it.
Okay, that sounds good. So you think that like you grew as a person because of your Erasmus?
Yes, and I really think everyone should do it too.
Okay. So you would still come here again, even though like knowing what the situation is like?
Yes, I would come here again, but again for like Erasmus, so half a year or something, but not for a long term, because as I said, the Spanish people are just too laid back for me and relaxed to really work with them here.
So you couldn't imagine living here long term?
No, not at all.
And still, but you're happy with your choice. You don't think, okay, I should have rather gone to like England or somewhere where they speak English?
No, yes, I'm really happy with it, because now I think in England the culture is maybe the same as in like our countries, because it's really close. Well, Spain is close too, but the culture is just so different, and now I experience how they are, and now I can like understand them if they, I don't know, maybe I meet a Spanish person in the Netherlands, and then if I know when he's late or something or not answering, I know that he's a Spanish person, and that's just how they are. So I'm really glad that I did it in Spain.
Okay, good. So do you have any advice for somebody that would want to come here, or also any advice for people here how they can make it easier for people coming here? Like you already said some stuff about it, but anything else you want to add?
Well, for people who come here, don't get too high expectations because, well, you will, and don't be too stressed out because you will adapt to it like easily because you have to. It's gonna be really fast here. Like classes will start and you'll just roll in and you'll get to know everyone. So don't be too stressed out and just do it because it's a really cool experience. You will never get the chance again. So you really just do it, have to do it, don't be afraid and take your chance because it's a really nice experience. You will get to know new people, good contacts for your later business life, career life, whatever you want to do. And for the people that are here, well, the Spanish people you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Learn English. Yes. And maybe like try to adapt to us too. Like be on time for the appointments as we set them because we really like it and we already adapt to your like culture. So it would be nice if you adapt a little to us too.
Okay, so one final question that just came to my mind because you said like that it's hard for you to like deal with the Spanish culture. Do you have any like real friends here that are Spanish or are you mostly with international people?
Yes, mostly with international people, but I have I know 2 people that are really nice to me in some classes, but I don't know, we're not really friends, we're just like hanging around in class, but not after class, and I don't really feel the need to because I already have like Erasmus friends and we really get along well because we have the same culture and maybe it's like a safe zone, but well, it fits for me, so that's what I would like to stick with. And yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Bye.